A battle for division supremacy. It's a coach. You're immersed in the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got 1 versus 2 in the AFC East, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Bills being led out by their quarterback, the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. And, of course, the Bills, they've been looking for a franchise quarterback for a number of years, and now they think they have their guy. He certainly had his moments as a rookie, including an impressive win in Minnesota in his 2nd NFL start. Here's Frank Gore, the veteran who sits 3rd all-time in rush yards. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
When you play as well and as hard as Frank Gore, you get a chance to tour the NFL. How about his first 10 years in San Francisco, 3 in Indianapolis, a year in Miami, now starting his first year in Buffalo and his 15th NFL season? The game's active leading rusher and 4th all-time.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
A nice little juke. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Defensively, here are the starters for New England. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy, or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
On 2nd and 7, Allen, it's caught, Smith. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Tell you what, you need the tough yards. You can still turn to the 36-year-old Frank Gore, now in his 15th season in the league. 10 in San Francisco, the 3 in Indy, quick stop in Miami, and now in Buffalo, and still making it happen. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 18. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On first down, it's Gore. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Right there, 54 Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, but it'll be second and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Allen. Being chased out left. He may try, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England Patriots offense coming out here. There's Tom Brady, who has, well, I don't know if you want to say struggled, but he hasn't been himself during this stretch here where the Patriots offense really hasn't looked right. This past game in the loss to Kansas City in Week 14, just 50% throwing it, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Now here, Charles, look at this number. Passer rating is 63.3, and that's now 8 straight games with a passer rating under 100. First time in Brady's career that he's had a stretch like that.
By the standard that he's set in his career, he is struggling.
Yeah,
there's no getting past it, right? I mean, people have tried to explain it away. Are the receivers getting open? What's happening with the running game? Bottom line is, no matter who's playing quarterback, those types of numbers tell you that there's a struggle going on. But how about the potential changing of the guard in the AFC? It's not there yet. Don't ever think that you're going to count out Tom Brady and the Patriots. But so far this season, the 3 losses, 22-year-old Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, 24-year-old Deshaun Watson in Houston, and now 24-year-old Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. The youngsters are getting it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Wait, that round 80, round 80. Here we go,
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Now Brady. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Patriots send out their punter. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves because they could get help and still get to the playoffs. But who wants that? Go out, win the game, take care of things yourself, and then you don't have anything else to worry about.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Allen off the play fake. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that. But they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. Dante Hightower on the stop. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in, enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Mike, 58, right there. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you down.
On first down, Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5. Now Allen again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They'd love to hold on to that, but first things first, they want to clinch that division.
Well, let's go back to the conversation we had with the coaching staff, and you asked that very question about how important is it really? You got a good team. Can't you win from any spot in the play? They all looked at us like we were crazy, right? You can do it from a lower seed, but no one really wants to try. Higher seed, much better for them. They want to clinch this division.
Definitely don't want to slip to 5 or 6 and go on the road in that first playoff game. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, he's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Cover.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Dorsett. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Brady looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Brady to throw again. Dorsett's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Into the red zone, it's Brady. It's complete. James White. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson. As the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo taking the field again here. You know, Week 14, they lost to Baltimore. It was a close game, 24-17, but despite the loss, they might have found the blueprint for slowing down the Ravens' rushing offense, specifically Lamar Jackson, who they held to 40 yards, but Baltimore collectively a season-low 118 CD.
So what you're saying is that the rest of the league is going to be studying that tape if you have Baltimore on the schedule or you think you may deal with them in the playoffs to try and see what Buffalo did. But how about this for Buffalo? They're in the first AFC wildcard spot. New England's loss in Week 15 put them in a pretty good position because in 2 weeks, they play the Patriots in New England. Can New England possibly lose to Cincinnati? Buffalo win this week and set up the big showdown for that one? It's a lot to ask, but one can dream, can't it?
Hey, either way, even if that's not the case, as you said, Bill's in a great spot right now at 9-4. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And that's intercepted. It's the All-Pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Good games.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady there.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle.
Wait, 53! Watch the out, watch the out. Let's go out. No, 66.
Brady deferring to White on the draw. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
49 at the mic, watch 49. Wait, 49.
A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Wait, 10, 380. 49's the mic. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. 380, hey!
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
Offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
We're going to work. Wait, 10, wait, 20. Mike, 49. I'm coming. Wait, 28.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Hey, tighten down. Shadow!
First down, here's White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Easy work in this
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Opting to run again here with White. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Brady going to give this one to Burkhead. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Brady now to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, 66.
Brady going to throw. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
On for the extra point is Folk. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Kyle Van Noy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing now is Allen. He finds his target, John Brown. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Frank Gore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 17-14. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. Brady hitting Dorsett complete, and he's got this down to the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They'll run on first down. It's White, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Brady. Here's Sanu on the catch. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now. Down 20-17, a minute 35 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He's back to throw. And he finds Tyler Kroft. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with a minute 7 remaining. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Right there, 19. Right there, 54 Mike. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw, Allen. They'll try and set up the screen, it's complete. And he went nowhere, well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. To throw is Brady. That's complete to White.
Easy.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hook up right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, we know Dorsett can make those plays with that top-end speed. You think back to the Combine 5 years ago when he ran a 4.33. And now in his third season in New England after 2 in Indianapolis, but only 290 yards last year. Patriots want to utilize him more. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. Again, it's Brady. Caught by Sanu. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So first and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
set, 53! 58, come on. I'm here all day. Hey, goal 66.
To throw again on second down. Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw, it's Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
After review of the play,
They come out here in the eye.
Hey, check it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is third and goal. They'll try to run it in. Michel. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Patriots, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.